Hey guys, welcome to the museum. I'm in the Acro Dome next to the Acrocanthosaurus. Today we're going to be learning about the natural history of this dinosaur. The Acrocanthosaurus is a species of dinosaur called a theropod. Theropods are characterized by having hollow bones and three-toed limbs. They are carnivorous, meaning they only eat other animals. The Acrocanthosaurus is a bipedal dinosaur, meaning it walked on two legs, standing around 4 meters tall and around 10 meters from head to tail. The dinosaur had a large head, many sharp teeth, strong arms, powerful back legs, and a long, slender tail that helped balance itself when it ran. What makes the Acro unique from other theropods is its large tail sail along its neck, back, and tail. The tail sail was formed by very long spines on its back, giving us the name Acrocanthosaurus, meaning high-spined lizard. The purpose of the tail sail is still up for debate. The leading theory is because of its increased surface area, it provided the Acro with better temperature regulation. Another theory is that the hump on its back showed fitness. The hump is theorized to be fatty in nature, meaning the Acro would have to eat a lot to maintain it. The healthier the Acro, the larger the hump would have been. This hump is what female Acrocanthosauruses would look for to ensure a healthy male. The holotype and paratype skeleton of the Acro was discovered in the early 1940s and consists of two partial skeletons and a piece of skull material from the Antlers Formation in southern Oklahoma. Another set of much more complete skeletons were discovered in the 1990s. The Acrocanthosaurus lived in the early Cretaceous period. This would have been 125 to 100 million years ago. The Acrocanthosaurus was the largest predator of its time. During the early Cretaceous period, the Acrocanthosaurus roamed what is now the southeastern United States. Most Acro fossils have been found in Texas, Oklahoma, and possibly Utah, but teeth have been found as far east as the state of Maryland, suggesting a wide range across North America that includes North Carolina. Now, as you might have guessed, being a theropod, the Acrocanthosaurus is a carnivore. So let's talk about their diet. Being a carnivorous animal, the Acro hunted other dinosaurs. The Acro preyed upon various species of hadrosaurs and smaller sauropods, but its main prey was the Tenontosaurus. These smaller bipedal dinosaurs made up the majority of its diet. The main competition the Acro had to face was the Deinonychus, a smaller species of raptor that also preyed upon the Tenontosaurus. The Acrocanthosaurus was likely the apex predator of its ecosystem. An apex predator is at the top of the food chain with no natural predators. It was the largest theropod in its ecosystem. On the left here are Acrocanthosauruses displaying courtship behavior. The dinosaur on the left is a Tyrannosaurus rex, and you might be wondering, what does that have to do with the Acro? Sue was a T-Rex fossil found in the South Dakota Badlands. When she was discovered, she was the biggest, most complete Tyrannosaurus rex skeleton ever found. As you can imagine, this drew a lot of attention from the media and other museums, such as the Smithsonian. The scientific importance of this fossil caused a bidding war between private citizens and the museums. One of the museums present was the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. Our museum was only $400,000 off the winning bid. The winning bid going to a private citizen who then donated it to the Chicago Field Museum. The final bid was $7.6 million. This was the most expensive fossil ever bought at the time. Leaving the bidding empty-handed, the museum was forced to look elsewhere for another blockbuster dinosaur. This led them to the Acrocanthosaurus. The museum's Acro was found in southeastern Oklahoma and unearthed by Cephas Hall and Sid Love. It was purchased by anonymous donors for $3 million and was then donated to the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences in December 1997. So if you've been to the museum recently, you'll notice a new plaque saying the Acro is sick. Well, the disease that Acrocanthosaurus has on its skeleton is called pyrite disease, and it's forced the museum to replace the entire skeleton with the cats. Now, you might be wondering, what is pyrite disease? During the fossilization process, in some fossils, deposits of pyrite can get incorporated into the bone during the process. If these fossils are exposed to conditions of high humidity, pyrite disease or rot can occur. Being that North Carolina is a humid state and that the Acro was put in a glass dome where temperatures can fluctuate throughout the day, accelerated this process. The bones had to be moved off display to help prevent further damage to the skeleton, and a complete replica of the Acro sits in the museum today. Primarily, pyrite disease is driven through the presence of water molecules and oxygen. The museum uses a silica gel-based desiccant to absorb any moisture in the environment and oxygen scavenger packets, which contain iron particles that readily react with the free oxygen to remove the oxygen. You can see this in the plastic next to the bone. Without the presence of readily available oxygen and moisture, the continuation of pyrite oxidation ceases. On the left side of your screen are two spines of the acro. You can see the discoloration and damage it's caused to the bone. On the right side is the lower jaw. On the left side of the screen is the lower skull portion of the acro, and on the right is one of its claws. Why is it important in North Carolina? In my opinion, the Acrocanthosaurus would be the state dinosaur if we had one. It roamed 100 million years ago in ancient North Carolina, and our museum has the world's most complete Acrocanthosaurus skeleton ever found, in addition to being the largest. Being the museum's unofficial mascot makes this dinosaur an icon of North Carolina, which is why I'm starting the unofficial campaign to make this our state dinosaur. The Acrocanthosaurus was one of the biggest, baddest dinosaurs to ever roam North Carolina. Its unique tail sail and size makes this dinosaur an icon in the paleontology world and the state of North Carolina. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and maybe you learned a thing or two about the Acro, and maybe I convinced you for it to be our state dinosaur. Take care.